So it's a very full grid of cars. So we've got 3 separate classes out there: the main club championship, the AM category, and the Boxster Cup. So round 9 of the 2025 championship. We're on the full Silverstone Grand Prix Circuit. It's the home of the British Grand Prix, and we reach the point of the championship where we are past halfway now. After this weekend, we've only got Donington Park and the Grand Prix Circuit to come up, and then we will conclude the season down in Norfolk at Snetterton. Red lights come on the gantry. Shiraz Khan takes the lead off the line in the AM Championship. What a start from him, battling with the number 69 car of Ollie Chatham. Great start from Pete Morris. He was 6th on the grid and there's contact further back, I'm afraid, as David Burke gets clattered into by Richard Baiston, who gets thrown into the air briefly. He's pointing in the wrong direction with damage to his car. Shiraz has had an impressive season so far, despite having 2 uncomfortable race weekends. A disappointing weekend at Anglesey, where he qualified 4th on the grid, but couldn't make it out to race due to a power steering failure. Then sadly a big crash in testing in the last round over at Alton Park, where he looked strong, but I think his confidence, and I'm sure his ego, was knocked. But with those stricken cars out there, it looks as though the safety car boards are being displayed around the circuit, and we are unfortunately bringing this race to a controlled status very early on. It looks like somehow Ollie Chatham made his place back somewhere between the crash and the yellow flag, so he leads the AM class at this stage. Second in the AM class is going to be next up, which is 11th place, which is Shiraz Khan. Shiraz lying 2nd in the AM Championship coming into this weekend, having taken 3 wins, which is more than anybody. So this weekend is important for him to keep his title fight alive. So safety car will be in at the end of this lap, so its lights, as you can see, are extinguished. So with 11.5 minutes to go, we start to finally see the race start to build. I think I can hear a tyre squealing, and that's into the pit wall, I'm afraid. Pete Evans has caused significant damage to the tail end of his 996 and manages to crawl backwards out of the way of Shiraz Khan. There'll be coolant, there'll be oil everywhere, into the gravel trap at Club, and with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go, we'll wait and see as to whether that is covered with localised yellows. There'll be a raft of coolant and oil strewn across the track there. That is the leader of the AM Championship, which is Oliver Chatham, who's 2nd in AM at this stage. It's number 15 Shiraz Khan, and Wayne Gregory will be 3rd in AM. 5.5 minutes remaining, and now 6 laps completed. Also lots of smoke ahead. Yes, car pulling off the circuit. We've had a spin quite late on, and that will beat number 15 Shiraz Khan in the Class 2 car, but I think his spin is largely because of that oil that's been put down there at Village and the Loop, which has just caught a few people out. Lubricants on the circuit there. Shiraz has just lost his 2nd place lead, and now sadly for him it looks like he's going to finish in 5th place. Not what he wanted this weekend, only a couple corners away from the checkered flag.
Down, up. Right, hold it.
As you've already heard, we're not in my car. I've had lots of learnings to do. So, quali was obviously really good. We got P2, which, in fairness, given everything that's happened this weekend, if you would have told me I was going to be P2, I'd have been absolutely delighted. So that was a great start. I even got a really great launch. So into turn 1, I was leading. Had a moment where I've almost had an excursion with a Class 1 car. Went onto the marbles, lost a bit of grip, and then Oliver Chatham got past me. There on out, safety car, once we got the restart done, there was a Cayman in between us, he pulled away. And then the pace was good. I was feeling really comfortable. I was really comfortable hitting my marks, everything was fine. And then comfortably 2nd by like 4 to 5 seconds. And then there was oil on the last straight, on the last lap. Had a really, really big spin. There was no explanation for it whatsoever. And I went from 2nd to 5th, which was a bit of a nightmare. Like I said, I'm delighted that we've got out there and we've been able to get some good points, but it was all looking like it was going to be a lot better. So with that in mind, we're going to fight for race 2. We start in 3rd place, so we just got to get a good launch again and then show our pace. So looking forward to it, but yeah, overall I'm really pleased with my performance given that it's not my car and so on. So I'm really pleased. I think we just need to have some luck on our side, and inshallah all will be all right.
You look very manly like that.
Good route.
So after Alton Park, we felt Shiraz being a bit down on power. It was a total disaster, to be honest. He was getting reasonable lap times, but we felt there was something wrong with the car. And it's turned into a bit of a drama this weekend. So the car ended up expiring Thursday afternoon, load of oil, load of smoke come out of it, and we diagnosed it as quite a serious engine fault. Luckily, I had a kind of backup plan already in place, so we ended up putting Shiraz into my blue car, which is a car that he has driven before. This is close to a Class 2 car as we had. We got the car, we did a few tweaks to the car Friday evening, made sure the geometry was set the way he likes it, and he did a mega quali this morning. He came in P2 in quali, had a really good first race. Unfortunately, there was some oil spilled on right at the end of the race. He lost the P2, still managed to get going again for a P5. But yeah, it's been a really tough one, but we're trying to salvage as many points as we can this weekend. We're all looking forward to this last race, see if he can get on the podium. We're all cheering him on for that one.
So as I mentioned earlier, we are now past the halfway point for the Porsche Club Am Championship in 2025. We've had some really exciting battles, and as I'm sure there's plenty more to come. The championship is close at the minute with the likes of Wayne Gregory, Shiraz Khan, Darren Labette, Oliver Chatham and Andrew Porter, all close to the top of the table. All is looking pretty promising for an exciting end to the season, and it is all left to play for. I have to say, one thing I did notice in race 1, interestingly, was number 15 Shiraz Khan hasn't been racing in his own car due to a big engine failure in testing. Without that spin on the last lap, that would have been a really good result for him. So it will be great to see what he has in store for us for race 2. So far this year we opened the season at Silverstone on the shorter national circuit, where Shiraz Khan took his first ever first place podium in the Am Championship. A great result for him and 2 excellent races. Then we headed to North Wales for the second round at the famous coastal circuit of Trackmon in Anglesey, where Darren Labette took victory in race 1 and Wayne Gregory in race 2. As I said earlier, Shiraz had an unlucky race weekend. However, round 3 we headed down to Brands Hatch GP, and Shiraz had an amazing weekend, taking first place in both races. A true comeback after Anglesey. Then we headed back north to Alton Park, where a last-minute air filter swap resulted in Shiraz Khan starting from the pit lane. Andrew Porter took the win in race 1 and Darren Labette in race 2. So what's coming up? After Silverstone GP, we head in October to Donington Park GP, which is coming later in the season than we've seen previously. Not sure what the weather will be like. If it's wet, I'm sure it will make for some interesting racing. Then we have our final race meeting of the championship down in Norfolk at the Snetterton 300 track. A great circuit to end the championship. So there you have it. We'll have the second race coming up shortly, here live from the Silverstone GP circuit. We've got 25 minutes on the clock. We're about to get round 10 of the 2025 Porsche Club Motorsport Championship with Pirelli and the Porsche Boxster Cup underway here at Silverstone. Red lights go out. Oliver Chatham again fighting off the line with Shiraz Khan. This time Andrew Porter brings himself into the mix. A great start from all three of them. So remember, we have the Club Championship out front, then the AM Championship following behind. So we have in first place the number 69 car of Oliver Chatham. In second, it looks like Shiraz Khan in the number 15. And then closely behind is the number 44 of Andrew Porter. It really is amazing, some of the talent in the AM Championship, those drivers keeping with the likes of the Club Championship cars. It's no real wonder why they race them on the same grid. So the leading car in the AM category will be heading through shot any second, which is going to be Oliver Chatham. Then Shiraz Khan, further down through the AM category, you can see Wayne Gregory busy fighting away. He's got Tom Andrew right behind him. And the safety car is coming out actually, so safety car making its way out onto circuit. And that is because of Perry Darling's car, stricken there at Cops Corner. We've done a couple of laps behind it, but you can see the damage to Perry Darling's car. So we've got 13.5 minutes of the race still to go. Still remaining under safety car for the moment. The lights still are extinguished on the safety car as it comes up towards Brooklands, which again suggests that there will be another lap behind the safety car. I'm sure all the drivers will be disappointed with it. Well, I can see there Pete Morris with his hand out of the window, Chris Dyer with his hand out of the window. They all know that that is it. The clock has ticked to zero. It wasn't to be the race that they were hoping for, but unfortunately we're going to end this second Porsche Club Motorsport Championship with Pirelli, and of course the Boxster Cup, and don't forget the AM Championships in there as well, with Oliver Chatham the winner of the AM category and finished in 10th place. Then it was Shiraz Khan, heard of Damon Lebet, and Tom Andrew with Wayne Gregory next up.
Well, I'm happy, never happy with a safety car result, but we'll take the second place today. It's yeah. It's I'm sure the drivers would like to have raced instead of just following the safety car around. So we'll take the result. He'll be happy. He'll be happy with the points. That's the good thing.
Wasn't much of a race.
Here he comes.
Do you know what, guys? Race 2 wasn't much of a race. You know me, I'm always up for the action. Of the racing that happened, the 4 laps that we did, turn 1, I got a launch into the first row, took Andrew Porter into turn 1, and then Beckett's complex, held that position, and then started to pull a gap. So me and Oliver Chatham were quite close. Then there was a safety car, which meant everything slowed down. Actually, not the sort of racing that I want to do, but the move that we made into turn 1 was obviously an effective one. So just again reminding you that you've got to get a great start, because you never know what could happen in a race. We had a really misfortunate race 1, but I think we got some redemption in race 2. Thanks for that, Rick. We're not recording or anything here, mate.